Today we're making some eggs. I got some Pete and Jerry's organic eggs. Shout out to Gwen and Pat Jorgensen. If you don't already know, Gwen is an Olympic champion in the triathlon, and she recently did a video. She and Pat did a little egg off. Who could make the best scrambled eggs? And I thought I'd give my take on it. I'm actually going to do two different versions. I love eggs. I actually just finished a workout, make a little egg, double scrambled egg for a little protein. Never used these eggs before. I'm excited to give them a try. Two different ways. You know, I have one way that I think is like the best way to make scrambled eggs in my opinion. And the second way is a way that I also make eggs all the time. It's very good. Perk for that one is it's a lot faster. So I'm gonna do two egg recipes today, and we'll start with low and slow, but in my opinion, the best overall result. So we'll go straight into a cold pan here. Also the challenge is 2 eggs, so 2 eggs for each recipe today. I had no idea until watching your video recently that the FDA doesn't actually consider eggs to be a healthy food. I don't really understand that myself. I use it for my training all the time. But yeah, so let's get into this. We've got 2 eggs into a cold pan, and then we're gonna go in with a nice little knob of butter, yay big. Gonna get the heat on to about a medium, and my favorite instrument for making scrambled eggs is this nice little spatula. It's rubber, it's heat proof, and yeah, so as you can see here, we've got a cold pan, and we're just gonna mix up our eggs. And this is one of those recipes that, you know, you gotta take your time, you gotta manage the heat, and you can actually do this. I'm using a little saute sort of frying pan, low size, a lot of surface area. So this is better for, you know, omelets or what I'm gonna do next, the faster version. I usually like to do this style of scrambled egg in a pot with like taller sides, maybe something like this shape here. More of like a, you know, saucepan. Just because I'm going so slow with the heat, you know, you don't need that surface area and a lot of stirring. Those higher sides kind of help keep our egg party in the pan. So basically the way that this works is we're gonna slowly bring these eggs up to temperature. We don't want to actually form any curds in these eggs until right at the very end when they finish. As you can see here, the butter is slowly starting to melt, but by the time the butter is fully melted, the eggs are going to be, you know, completely combined, one homogeneous mixture. And it's actually, you know, it's going to transform. It's going to go from this kind of snotty egg texture to very fluid, almost like orange juice is kind of what it'll look like. It's going to just be very loose, very liquidy. And then right at the end, we're going to get all these nice, really small curds. We're going to end up with a very, you know, rich and luxurious texture, very soft. Whenever you're making scrambled eggs or any kind of egg for that matter, you know, there's really a lot of versatility. You can do all sorts of things with them. For scrambling, you know, some people, personal preference is to be a little bit runnier. Other people prefer it to be, you know, a little bit drier, more cooked through. So as you can see, I'm just kind of taking it off the heat for a second. It's getting a little too hot for me, too fast. One of the downsides, as you can see, I'm cooking with electric here instead of gas or induction. You can't really control your heat as well, but I find that if I just take it off, even put it on something, cool surface, that'll take the heat right out of the pan. But yeah, as you can see here, it's very watery, no curds yet, and it's just slowly coming together. No rush in this. And yeah, as you'll see at the end, you get this nice result. This is my favorite way to eat eggs, over toast. The way my grandfather used to make it. A little bit of salt at the end, crack of pepper. I like to wait till the end of my eggs for seasoning. There's a little bit of a little bit of salt in my butter, but typically I like to season right at the end. Today I'm going to use a nice crunchy sea salt, but anyways, with this egg, as you can see, nothing's sticking to the pan. It's, you know, nice and watery. In a matter of moments now, back on the heat here. Keep it moving. Sorry, Pat, this is kind of the opposite of your advice. I'm micromanaging this thing to the extreme, but you know, sometimes you gotta baby it. So again, back up off the heat. The eggs will definitely keep cooking in the pan or out of the pan. They're very sensitive to heat, as you can see here. So we're starting to get our curds starting to form, as you can see, run through. It's almost there. Back on the heat just to finish this thing off. So again, personal preference, depends on how runny you like them. I think I'm just about done here. Here we go. So we're gonna get these out of the pan right now before they go past where I like them. Scrape them out. Beautiful. Take a little bit of finishing salt over the top. Nothing too special. It's all in the technique with eggs. There's really a million different ways to do it. Controlling your temperature. Here's the finished product, as you can see. Nice and soft. So that's the first way I like to make my eggs. That's definitely my preferred method if I'm cooking for, 3 or 4 people. You might have a large amount of eggs going in here. It's gonna take a little bit longer than it just did here. Like I said, I used a much hotter pan, a big surface area, so it went pretty quick. So I'm not even really gonna clean this pan out all the way. This next style, what I'm gonna do, again, crack 2 eggs. This time we're going into a bowl. Because what I want to do here is whisk these up so that they're really nice and combined before we go into the heat. I'm going to put our pan on now, sort of a medium-high heat. And so this is the other method of scrambled eggs I really like to do if I'm in a rush, trying to get stuff on the table, plate it up. This is it. This is, as you saw, that last one took maybe 2 minutes. This, same exact ingredients, eggs, butter, and a little bit of salt at the end. But as you'll see in a second, this technique is just completely different, and the end result completely different. These are nice, you can see, nice and combined. So get this really nice and hot. We'll go in with a little bit more butter here, same amount as before. Roll this around the pan. Definitely don't want the butter to burn, so we're gonna go straight in with our eggs now that we're in a nice hot heat. In we go. And now we're just gonna fold this through, and in no time it'll be done. Literally, it's gonna be like 15 seconds. Gonna get these nice big sheets of egg, and again, I like mine a little bit on the softer side, so these are literally pretty much done now. Nice and soft, big curds, beautiful. Again, not much to it. We'll go ahead and salt this guy up. And that's it. That's scrambled eggs 2 ways. 2 each Pete and Jerry's eggs. 1 low and slow. 1 nice and fast. Different results, same ingredients. That's one of my favorite things about eggs. They're so versatile. So yeah, I'm gonna go tuck in. Let me know in the comments below which way you would prefer to eat your eggs. And I'll also put a link to Pat and Gwen's video in my description. Thank you guys for the inspiration, and happy training.